stories that are defining you, you have instances that are defining you, and you, unfortunately, give up all of your power when you give it to that situation. When you stay focused on it, when you complain about it, when you think about it, when you stress about it. When you do that, all your power lies somewhere else. What I'd rather see happen for you guys is that your power is right here, where it belongs. Because I just have a question for you. Is it my responsibility to change your life, or is it your responsibility? Who's the boss of you? Of course you are. But here's the thing about owning your life and being really responsible for it. As soon as you do that, you put yourself in the position of power. Because now it's not happening out there. It's not up to something else, or an illness, or the weather, or politics, or what happens and who are leading our country. It doesn't matter. You take all of your power back because it's your life, because you've accepted responsibility for it. Do you guys get this? So what has been defining you? That's the first place you need to look at. I'm going to ask you to think about, what if you gave up blaming yourself and other people? What if you gave up guilt because you knew better? If you knew better, you'd do better. So many people are walking around guilty. Guilty, I didn't do this right. Blaming themselves for things. That happened. You know what that does to your sense of self-worth? That is already struggling to feel valuable? When you talk to yourself like that, when you're guilty, it doesn't do anything. All it does is bring you down here, down here, down here. What if you gave up taking or complaining and took responsibility for your life? What if you gave up demeaning yourself in the way that you think and speak to yourself? What would happen? Oh, you didn't do that right. I was joking yesterday about I bought a new steamer from Costco. It's super cool. If you ever want to get a new steamer, you should get it. By the way, I don't get paid for that. But you should shop at Costco because they have good stuff.
It's on my dream board.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So I was in a hurry yesterday, and instead of grabbing it by the base, I grabbed it by the pole, and I had 7 stairs going down and grabbed it, and the stupid thing fell and smashed everywhere. And I was like, God, you're stupid. Oh, Corliss, that was stupid. I said that to myself. My son looks at me and he goes, Mom, you shouldn't talk to yourself like that. But we do it when we don't even know it. We don't even know we're doing that. We don't know how we're speaking to ourselves. We don't know how we're talking to ourselves. We don't know what we're thinking. We're going to after today. What if you gave up worrying about what would go wrong and focused on what would go right? What would it be like if you focused on only the possibilities? Instead of worrying about, oh, this could happen and that could happen. What if you were to focus on only the good things? And all the good that could come from something? What if you gave up spending time with people who drain you so that you could make room for people who give you energy? I do this little exercise with people that I coach. I tell them I want them to list absolutely everyone that is in their life on this side, and they get an E or a D, one or the other. An E means they give you energy, a D means they drain you. E or D, that's it. No gray area, E or D. And then who should you spend your time with? The people who give you energy. The people who aren't sucking the life out of you. Now, does everybody have a bad day? Yes. Shane even has bad days. Just kidding. I'm going to pick on Shane. Actually, I don't think I've seen a bad day for Shane. I have bad days. Everyone has bad days except for Shane. Good for you, Shane. We all want to be like Shane. He's going to be like, I don't even know why I support her so much. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, be like Shane. We could add that to the store. Be like Shane. Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you. I think we'll trademark that. What if you gave up your negative thoughts? What if you gave up being negative in your thoughts and actions and started being grateful for your life? So I really am asking you to ask yourself this. What if you gave those things up? You know, if you look at like a helium balloon, like you know how they give you the weighted, like you get the weight and then all the balloons are attached to it? What if you were to visualize it like that? What if you were to look at Each of those balloons was like guilt and complaining and feeling bad and demeaning yourself and negative self-talk. What if you were to give up each one of those things? Do you think you'd fly? Do you think you would? I think you would. I think if you gave up all of that that's holding you down, you would fly. So the question here is, what do you need to give up? What is it that's on your list that you need to give up? What are you holding on to? Who are you blaming? What are you complaining about? What are you feeling guilty about? See, in order to move forward with leading your life, you're going to need to give up some stuff. You're going to need to give up the old stories. You're going to need to give up all of the things that I've listed there for you. Now, each one of you is going to be in a different situation. Where you're at today. Today in your life, what is the thing that you need to give up, first and foremost? Does everybody have their answer? Pardon? You've got a few. Good. See, it really is that simple. To move forward, you're going to need to give some stuff up. So I'll use myself as an example. One of the things that I needed to give up when I decided to start my company was I really needed to give up worrying about other people's opinions. I really needed to give that up. And I'm going to tell you, I knew I was going to have to give it up, but it got harder and harder. Because the more I became a public figure, do you know what happened? The more challenged I was with that. I would have people they would create fake Facebook profiles just to message me to be cruel. It is horrible. It's horrible for them. You know what's horrible? Because can you imagine what they must be living in and what they must be feeling if they have the time and energy to focus on that? To just be cruel to another person. Does that make any sense at all? But I had to give up, and I was tested over and over again. Am I going to worry about the opinion of this person? And how about this person today? And how about this person today? And that was a big one for me, because I always measured my worth based on what people thought of me. How many of you are measuring your worth based on what other people have to say, what people do, if they like your posts, if they invite you? How many of you are doing that? Who decides your worth? Who does? Okay, so we're going to do a little exercise. I want you to stand up and I want you to do this. Everybody listen for the instructions. You're going to stand up and you're going to say, I'm enough. And then you're going to high five the person that you're saying it to, and they're going to say, and that's the truth. And then you're going to do it back to the other person. I am enough. Exactly as you are. When I say you're enough, you guys, I'm talking you're enough exactly as you are, who you are today. Because everything that has happened in the past for you has happened to bring you to who you are today, because you're going to become something else. But who you are right now is perfectly okay, because the past does not define you. It's prepared you for what's about to happen. It served a purpose. You ready? I'm enough and high five. And that's the truth.